Hey everybody, welcome back to my makeup studio, and today's video is going to be my go-to glam makeup look. So if you're interested, stick around. I'm taking the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation in the shade 450W, and I'm just going to pump it onto my skin like so. I usually color correct, but today I cannot be bothered, and I don't really need to do too much color correcting with this particular foundation, so it's fine. Then I'm going to go in with a flat brush like so. This is from Morphe. Swipe like this, and then I tap all across my skin. I focus the foundation on my cheek area, this on the sides of my face. I don't bring it too much here because I crease, and so I want as little product there as possible. And this shade match is so good. Look at it. I'm not a fan of not putting foundation on your forehead, because what do you mean you're not putting foundation on your forehead? You look crazy in my opinion, but to each their own. You can do whatever the heck you want. Next step in my routine is contour slash bronzer. Taking the Kat Von D Good Apple bronzing and contouring duo in the shade Tan 50. This is what it looks like in the pan. I'm gonna take this crease brush from Makeup Revolution and dip it into the contouring part. I don't want too much product because this is quite dark on me. And then slightly just keep it on this part of my cheeks. Lightly contour. And I don't actually blend this out too tough because it's quite light. What I'm going to do instead is take the bronzer in this, which is this right here. I'm gonna dip my brush into it. Any excess on my hands, use this to blend out the contour. Tap, tap, tap. You can also swipe gently, like I'm doing here, as you can see, and work that into the contour so it blends nicely. Bringing it to the apples of my cheeks like this. I'm not gonna drag it too down because that's gonna be a disaster. I'm also gonna take up my forehead, any excess product that I have on my forehead. Yeah, that is a good bronze right there. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes and Coral Crush on the high point of my cheeks. Pinky promise. I'm going to take this brush. This brush is from P. Louise. It is the F65 brush. I use this for my cream slash liquid blush. And this is kind of like my favorite brush right now for blush. I keep saying blush. Like, how many times can somebody say blush? Right here. You want controlled taps. You don't want to spread this everywhere. If you need to, you can dab off the excess on your hand as well. I'm actually going to go back in with my foundation brush and just blend out this part. Next step, concealer. I go with e.l.f. I've been using this concealer for a long time now. This is the e.l.f. Hydro Camo Concealer. I'm taking the shade Deep Caramel for this. It's just like one shade lighter than my foundation. I'm taking this concealer in a triangular shape because that's just the way my face shape works. You want to pack this on. I don't put it too far up my eyes because I don't want it to crease really bad, because I do crease. I have quite a few creases under my eyes. Okay, so once the concealer is a bit dry, you don't want it to be too dry because if it's too dry, you can't blend it. You want it to be blendable, but still give you that coverage, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna start blending and tapping my brush from the outside of my concealer, just making sure it blends well with my blush. I want to just tap lightly. I'm making sure I'm tapping in a controlled way. I don't want to take my concealer too far up my eye. And as I'm tapping, I go up my eye. And for this, you want to look like you're having an exorcism. You want to look up and blend in your creases. You can look to the side as well. And just tap in your crease. Tap the extra product in your crease. Like this. I want this to be completely blended. This is not completely done yet, but what I'm going to do is clean up the outside with my foundation brush. You want to just tap, to be quite honest. Tap everything out. You don't want to swipe. Please do not swipe. I beg you, in the name of God, do not swipe. Do you see how that blends beautifully? Yes. You don't want to swipe too far. Just tap it so it blends. And you can even do that so that your concealer and your blush mixes well together. Like this. The concealer brush is also from P. Louise. It's the F55 brush. That is the first step of my concealer routine. I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpt Concealer. This is in the shade Golden Beige. It's very, very light. Just keep it in this part of my eye. Like, not too much, but also not too little. Okay, after a while, I'm gonna spray my face again. Let that dry a bit more, and then I'm gonna go in and blend. I'm gonna tap, like, so everything with concealer is tapping, okay? Do not swipe, like I said before. Don't swipe. I take a damp beauty sponge, lightly tap, lightly. Control tapping. Okay, cool. Now it's time to set the face. I'm taking the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur Translucent Powder in the shade Honey. I keep forgetting what this is called. This is not clean, but it doesn't matter right now because it's my face. This thing over here. Put some powder in your lid. Tap whatever this is into it. This is what it's gonna look like. This is not what you want. What you want is an even distribution of the powder on the puff. This is a puff. I remember. This is a puff. I take any excess and tap it on my hands. Make sure everything is evenly distributed. Set. I start off here first. Look at that. That's pretty decent. And then I'm gonna look up and take the rest because I don't want too much powder on my under eye either. Because if you have a lot of product, it creases. I don't want creases. We want airbrushed. We want flawless. We want satin. We want matte, if you like. Once I've set my under eye, I'm gonna take some more powder. Do the same thing I did. Tap off the excess. And then I'm gonna just set basically my whole face. Because this is a translucent powder, I can basically apply it everywhere. I'm taking the Makeup by Mitchell blush palette. I usually go in with a pink/peach blush for like an everyday glam. This is the shade Hint of Innocence and mix it with Fenty's Nude. Tap off any excess. And I'm gonna focus this powder blush on my cheeks here. Slowly bring it up as well, not too far. But this is where I want majority of the powder blush. Pressed powder and take a little bit of that, tap off the excess, focus it on your under eye. The key to an effortless look is blending. You have to blend a lot. You can't not blend. It takes time, but you need to blend. I take a wash of my bronzer, tap out the excess, blend in your crease, set your eyelids as well. If you want to do like a smoky eye, you can do that. It makes the look also come together as well. Okay, so eyelashes are put on. These lashes are from Pound Lashes. This is the Soft Glam set. I also added some black eyeliner. Now to the lips. I'm starting off with my lip liner from Sephora in the shade Molasses. And this is a gel lip liner. I think I prefer a pencil, to be fair, but I like this color a lot. I'm going to take my fingers and blend my lip liner. The lipstick I'm taking is from Doll Beauty and the shade is Dolled Out. Looks like it's very light, very pink, but I'm going to just take a little bit and dab it. This looks crazy, but you have to like trust the process and blend it to the outer corners. And also smack my lips together. This looks insane. Very, very white. But you have to trust the process. I'm gonna take a pink lip gloss from NYX. This is the shade Creme Brulee. And that. And I'm gonna take the hyaluronic gloss from Maybelline in the shade Gummy Bear. I'm gonna go back with my lip liner. Go back over my lip line. I'm gonna set my face with the Maybelline Lasting Fix. And that is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see anything more from me, like, subscribe, follow, write a comment, and I will see you in the next makeup session. Bye.